I started in my company over 20 years ago, and it was basically a friend of mine. Their husband worked as a deputy, and he worked off-duty work. He did a lot of off-duty. He didn't particularly like the person that he worked for, and there wasn't a lot of people around doing that, but there was a lot of opportunity there. I was looking for another business to build and start asking some questions, and that's basically how I started. My company, Law Enforcement Specialists, I have a great team behind me. We are a national company. We work in many, many states. We work with a lot of police officers, a lot of agencies in Arizona, all of the agencies in Arizona. We work with many agencies outside of Arizona, of course. Over 3,000, 4,000 officers. They're great. They're trained, they're professional, they do a job, they're looking for off-duty. It's kind of been a mission. We all know that police officers aren't paid very well. I mean, I don't think they're paid very well for the job that they do. They go out every day and they put their life on the line for us. I don't think they make enough money to do that. I know you couldn't pay me enough money to do that, right? So for me to offer them an extra income for whatever their need is, they want to help protect the community, and that's just in their heart, and that's what drives them. So they like to work off duty also. We go through a lot of heartache. You see some of the things that have been in the news, or you see an officer loses his life in the line of duty, and we work with many of these guys, so that it hits really close to home, and that's very, very difficult. And but it still doesn't make me want to quit, because these guys out there, they're just like you and I. They're just out there making a living, and if I can provide for them, and if I can help them, that would be awesome. Many lessons I've learned in my life, especially growing up. My parents, they own their own company. And growing up, I always knew that I wanted to be able to provide for my family also, but I also wanted to be at home with my kids. I wanted to raise my kids. I wanted to be their influence. I wanted to make sure that they had the family life that I had growing up, and we turned out okay. So I figured, I would expect the same for my children too. It's not always easy, and I know some people may think that's easy to do, to have a job at home and to raise your family at home, and it's easy or it's impossible or whatever. If you have the drive and you really want it, and you just go for it and do it, and you do it. And it's been an amazing journey. I am so honored to be selected for this award, and I'm also humbled by it. It does mean a lot to me. Typically, I'm behind the scenes, and to stand out and be able to do something like this really is an inspiration.